everybody, this is Indira, Assistant Professor of Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Department of Mathematics. Today we are going to solve the problems in second order non-homogeneous differential equations by the method of variation of parameters. This is a important method and easiest method of solving second order differential equations. So before going to the problems, let us discuss what is the method and how to solve the problem. Working rule. First, to whatever differential equation we have to reduce to standard form. To whatever differential equation we have to reduce to standard form. That is, reducing the given equation to standard form, we have d square y by dx square plus p of x into dy by dx plus q of x into y is equal to r. Now, as usually, we have to find out the complementary function by replacing d to m, d with m, so that we can solve the auxiliary equation and frame the complementary function. As this differential equations are of second order, we will get only two roots. That is, and we'll get to see only two constants are framed in the complementary function. So taking the and again after finding out the particular complementary function, two functions that we are obtaining, we have to assume one as a u and another one as a p. So the particular integral can be framed as yp is equal to au plus bv, and where a takes a value of minus integral of vr dx by uv dash minus vu dash. Similarly, b takes a value of integral ur into dx by uv dash minus vu dash, where uv dash minus vu dash is called as a Wronskian function of u and v, the Wronskian value of u and v. So this w of u comma v is called as a Wronskian value. Okay, so after getting this particular integral by this model, again the general solution is as usual, that is sum of the complementary function and the particular integral, that is yc and yp. Only the method of finding out the yp is different for the variation of parameters. So let us take one example of how to solve the given second order differential equation by the method of variation of parameters. Apply the method of variation of parameters to solve d square y by dx square plus y is equal to cosecant x. I'll repeat once again. Apply the method of variation of parameters to solve d square y by dx square plus y is equal to cosecant x. As usually, first we'll try to write it in a standard form so that we can get the auxiliary equation. So write it in a standard form. Wherever d by dx is there, we can replace by capital D. So d square plus 1 into y is equal to cosecant x is writing it in this form. Now, to get the auxiliary equation, this m square plus 1 has to be equated to 0. That is, we have to take f of m to 0, where f of d takes the term d square plus 1. So from this we are going to get the f of m value. So after getting f of m, this m square plus 1 is equal to 0, or m is equal to plus r minus I. So what are the roots for the m square plus 1 is equal to 0? M is equal to plus r minus I. And the roots are the complex roots. Here the roots are the complex roots. So the roots are the complex roots. So therefore the complementary function is given by, suppose if you have a alpha plus I beta as a root, always the complex roots appears as a conjugates. Complex and surds, they appear as a conjugates. So if suppose alpha plus I beta is there, well, alpha is called as a real part and beta is called as a I beta is called as a imaginary part. Sometimes only the imaginary part will present, we don't have any real part. So in these roots, what we have got the real part as 0, that is alpha is equal to 0. So if for this type of alpha plus or minus I beta type of roots, the complementary function is given by e to the power of alpha x c1 cos beta x plus c2 sin beta x. Here alpha is equal to 0. So when alpha is equal to 0, the complementary function will be in terms of beta. That is nothing but c1 cos x plus c2 sin x. So here I got c1 yc value c1 cos x and c2 sin x. Now we have to find out the particular integral. Already yc we have calculated, that is c1 cos x and c2 sin x. Now we will take this u as a function, that is cos x. Let us suppose that u of x is equal to cos x and v of x is equal to sin x. So therefore the particular integral can be given by, that is, it is represented yp, it is given by a u plus bv into bv. So now our aim is to find a and b. So how to find a and b? We have a standard formula to find a and b. So a takes a value of minus integral of vr dx by the Wronskian value, that is uv dash minus vu dash. Similarly, b takes a value of integral of u into capital R dx by u with the Wronskian value uv dash minus vu dash. So now have substituted here, that is v value is nothing but minus sin x, have taken this as a sin x. So minus of integral sin x, r is nothing but the cosecant x. Here you can see this is the r value, here this is the r value. You can see the right hand side part, that is, this is the r value, r of x value. So here I can substitute here, that is cosecant x by u v dash minus vu dash. Here u is cos x, v is sin x. So what is uv dash minus vu dash? U is cos x and derivation of sin x, that is again cos x, and minus v value, that is sin x, and derivation of cos x, that is minus sin x. So this comes out to be cos square x plus sin square x. What is cos square x plus sin square x, which is equal to 1? So cos square x plus sin square x is equal to 1. So sin x into cosecant x by 1 into dx minus integral of dx minus x. So here integral of ur into dx uv dash minus vu dash, which is equal to integral of cos x into, again here in this a you can again see that sin x into cosecant x. Cosecant x can be written as 1 by sin x. So 1 by sin x, so sin x gets cancelled, minus integral of dx, which is nothing but minus x. So that is how we can get the minus value. Similarly, we'll go and work out for capital B. Capital B takes the formula integral of u r dx by the Wronskian value. U is nothing but cos x and r is nothing but cosecant x, and the Wronskian function is nothing but 1. So it takes the form of integral of cos x into cosecant x dx by 1, which is equal to cot x, So integral of cot x is nothing but log sin x. So log sin x. So up till here we have got the two values, capital A and capital B. We have to substitute in the yp value that we have assumed, that is yp is equal to a cos x plus b sin x. So a is nothing but minus x, this is a value, and b is nothing but log cos x, this is a b value. So that is minus x cos x plus sin x log cos x is a yp particular integral. Now we have to the solution will be completed if you write the complete general solution. Already we have found out the complementary function here. Now add this to the complementary particular integral, that is y is equal to c1 cos x plus c2 sin x minus x cos x plus sin x into log sin x is the answer for the given differential equation by the method of variation of parameters. Similarly, we'll go for the next equation. We'll go for the next equation. Y dash plus y is equal to x cos x. Y dash plus y is equal to x cos x. So let us do let us do the problem by using method of variation of parameters. Now, rewriting this in the standard form, we are going to get it as d square plus 1 into y is equal to x cos x. X cos x. So here auxiliary equation can be obtained by f of m is equal to 0. F of m is equal to 0. So here what is f of d? This is in the form of f of d into y is equal to q of x form. It is in this form. So auxiliary equation is f of m is equal to 0 or m square plus 1 is equal to 0 or m is equal to plus r minus 1. M is equal to plus r minus I. So it is a complementary function, complex number. So the complementary function is given by, is represented by yc, and it is given by c1 cos x plus c2 sin x. So this is what we got it as complementary function. So making use of this complementary function, we need to find out the particular integral. So let us see how to find out the particular integral. The particular integral for the method of variation of the parameters is represented by a into u plus b into v. So what is this u and v? They are nothing but the coefficients of c1 and c2 in the complementary function. So these two values. So therefore, let a is equal to, u is equal to cos x and v is equal to sin x. So from this I can differentiate, that is u dash, that is minus sin x, and v dash, that is nothing but cos x. So therefore, what is a Wronskian function here? Wronskian function of u comma v can be given as u v dash minus v u dash. So that is nothing but cos x into cos x minus sin x into minus sin x. So minus it becomes plus. So therefore cos square x plus sin square x, again the same thing, plus sin square x, which is equal to 1. So therefore we got the Wronskian value as 1. We got the Wronskian function as 1. So now let us find out the value of a. A is equal to minus integral of v into r by the Wronskian value into dx. So which is nothing but minus integral of v value is nothing but sin x, and r value is nothing but x cos x into dx. So this can be written as minus integral of x into, if I multiply with 2 and divide by 2, this can be written as sin 2x dx. So I'll do the integration by parts. That is, x is as it is, integral of cos 2x, that is sin 2x, that is minus cos 2x by 2 minus derivation of x, that is 1, and integral of minus cos 2x, that is nothing but minus sin 2x by 4. So this is the a value I got it. Similarly, b value can be brought by integral of ur by the Wronskian function. So Wronskian value, again we'll substitute here, that is nothing but integral of u. U is nothing but cos x. Into x cos x divided by the Wronskian function, that is equal to 1 dx. So that is nothing but integral of cos square x dx. So this I can write it up. We all know that cos square theta can be given as 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. So I'll replace this as 1 plus cos 2 theta, that is cos 2x by 2. Okay, and this the first part, this I can write it as integral of x by 2, and 1 by 2 can be taken outside. So 1 by 2 into integral of x plus 1 by 2 into integral of x into cos 2x dx. Now integral of x is nothing but x square by 2. Integral of x is nothing but x square by 2, and x cos 2x can be integrated by u into v rule, just like that a value how we have done here, also b value can be obtained. So after getting a and b, just we need to substitute in yp value, which is equal to a into u plus b into v. So this is how we can get the particular integral for the given equation. So after knowing the particular integral and complementary function, the general solution is obtained by the complementary function plus particular integral, that is yc plus yp. So this is the method of variation of parameters, which is very easiest method. Only the complicatedness is sometimes integral of, that is a value, integral value for a and b becomes, so for few problems it becomes complicated. Otherwise the method is very easy. So let us recapitulate once again. Before winding up, we have to reduce the given equation to standard form, that is d square y by dx square plus p into dy by dx plus q into y is equal to r of x. This is one of the method of solving non-homogeneous differential equations. So first we have to solve the complementary function. Then after getting the complementary function, two coefficients will get. Each coefficient we have to assume it as u and v, and find out the Wronskian value, and find out the a and frame the particular integral a into u plus b into v, where a is given by minus integral of vr dx by the Wronskian, and b value is given by integral of ur dx by the Wronskian value. So the particular integral obtained by this method has to be added with a complementary function to give the general solution. So these two are the examples which we have referred. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.